We're looking for the Great Mujina Yokai!
Do you know where it lives?
Great Mujina Yokai?
Huh? You've never heard of it? It's a sneaky monster that goes around playing tricks on people. It's got magic power.
One time, the Great Mujina Yokai stole some rice from our house. Sounds like a very naughty little monster.
'Cause we finally found out how to chase it away.
My dad said that the Great Mujina Yokai likes to play tricks on people who stay out all the time and don't come home when they're supposed to. So all we need to do is chase it away. Then we can come out and play with... This monster sounds... Surely your parents must be worried about... Oh, not really. I told my dad that I was gonna find the Great
So we think it must be weak right now. It's probably hiding away so it can rest.
Yeah, so as long as we get home before it gets its strength back, we'll be safe.
Something sounds very strange about all this. But Paimon can't say exactly what it is. Yeah, Paimon feels like the Great Mujina Yokai is one of those storybook monsters that doesn't exist in the real world. We should tell them so they don't waste all their time. Oh, children, listen up. There's no need to go...
Huh?
No way.
That's impossible. Your folks are just worried about you is all. They don't want you wandering too far from home because... That's not true. The Great...
Yeah! Yoimiya's even making some weapons for us. And then she's gonna show us how to blow it up.
Yoimiya, huh? Wait, as in...
We told her all about the Great Mujina Yokai. She said we shouldn't be scared of it. We should learn how to...
We've been waiting for ages now. And finally, Yoimiya said...
Yoimiya plays with us and tells us stories all the time. But...
Come on, let's get out of here and go find Yoimiya.
Wait, hold on, don't go! They didn't seem to take that very well. Who knows what Yoimiya's got to do with this?
Cheer up, guys. Don't be so down. He was only joking back there. How could the Great Mujina Yokai not exist?
But we've never seen it.
That's because the Great Mujina Yokai is extra It's okay. Don't be discouraged. Hey, remember, if you want to be a hero, you gotta have patience. Even if you can't find it right now, it'll definitely show up before the fireworks show starts. So, remember to come and pick up your weapon. No matter how powerful the Great Mujina Yokai might be, it's no match for mice. It's up to you guys to protect your homes, your crops, and your folks.
Got it. Thanks, Miss Yoimiya. We'll try and be more patient.
Oh, yeah, hold up a sec. I have a few slips of paper for you guys, one each. Remember to give it to your parents and tell them to keep it safe. Just tell them it's from Yoimiya. They'll know what it's about.
Okay, thank you, Yoimiya. We're gonna go back now.
Oh, thanks, Yoimiya. Come play with us soon. Sure thing, will do. Take care on the way back, and I'll see you later. So it was you guys. I guessed as much from the way the kids... The Great Mujina Yokai is pretty popular with the kids.
Okay, but it definitely does.
Yeah, the first time I heard about it, I knew straight away that was probably something the parents had come up with to stop the kids from running off all the time. But when the kids asked me about it, I didn't want to break it to them. I just told them that it looks cute and likes to play pranks. So, I guess now the kids' impression...
Huh. So in a way, this monster...
Maybe so. In any case, I'm not gonna be the one who Sure, it's likely that the parents just wanted to stop the kids from staying out all the time. If I just go ahead and tell them that the Great Mujina Yokai doesn't exist without knowing the full story, then who knows? Besides, they're just kids. They should be allowed to believe it if it makes them happy. That's more important. Heck, I entertain my fair share of fantasies too. the fire diamond that spins around and shoots out lights that are... I know that they don't really exist, but I still enjoy believing in them. If someone came up to me, I'd give them the evil eyes and tell them to get the heck out of my face because... it's just so annoying. Right? So what if it's made up? It's also really awesome and kind of magical. So the things we believed and the experiences we had when we were young turn into our priceless treasures as we grow up. When you were kids, surely you guys believed in things like heroes who slew dragons and sacred swords that cut through darkness. It's the same thing. If we tear apart these kids' fairy tales now, what else do we have to tell them? That Inazuma's locked down, all the grim tales of the Vision Hunt decree? I think it's a bit too early for all of that.
Yeah! Oh, way too early, for sure!
Whether you understood me or not, don't you worry. I'll take care of the kids and... Okay, it's about time I headed back. The Naganohara Fireworks Show...
Naganohara Fireworks Show? Is that hosted...
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why our name is on the event. It's well known throughout Inazuma. Oh, on the subject, are you busy these days? If not, then you should totally come along. I'll prepare an extra pretty firework just for you. In that case, come with me to Naganohara. We'll go see my bots. Inazuma is home to the Yai Publishing House, and a lot of people who like to write stories too. In fact, most of what they write is based off of the kinds of fairy tales I was just talking about. A lot of them have bad endings though. Like, the fire diamond will get put in a rich person's gallery where it will never be ignited again. Or, someone will see the mist spirit and not manage to catch it, but because they angered it, it'll never show itself again. The hero who slays the dragon becomes the next dragon. The sacred sword that once fought the darkness now becomes a doomsday weapon. I know these kinds of stories are all the rage nowadays, but I really can't bring myself to like them. If something's magical, it should be kept that way. Hey, Pops, I'm back.
The fireworks show is almost upon us, and the fireworks for each... Oh, new faces? Who are these?
A bit of both, actually. They arrived in Inazuma just recently. Can't let them miss out on a fireworks show after coming all this way.
Well, either way, come on in and have a seat. And I, Naganohara Ryunosuke, will tell you all about the...
That can wait. Pops, I need to ask you about something.
A long, long time ago.
Pops has started telling his stories again. Sorry about this. Ever since Pops had his accident, his ears don't work too well.
Really? But for a moment there, it almost seemed like...
Much, much later, people eventually realized that if you grind certain materials into dust, they burn...
Pops, wait!
Huh? What's...
Did they deliver those firework materials that we ordered yet?
Oh! Yesterday's fireworks have all been delivered. So have the ones from the day before you.
No, Pops, I meant the materials. The materials that we ordered. They should have arrived today.
Ah, today's fireworks are almost ready too. Don't you worry.
No, Pops, the materials. The raw materials for making fire...
Sorry?
Material...
Oh.
Yes! Sorry, Paimon got all...
The materials aren't here yet. The couriers did come over to explain...
No worries. As long as we know, that's fine. We can just make them later.
Of course. Leave it to me.
Oh, sorry if we were a little loud. It's always the way, though. It's like that every time I need to ask Pop something. That's my Pops. He's a good person, all right. Everyone around here respects him. Because my Pops is deaf, he never argues with anyone and never When I was little, I thought it was because he really understood me and agreed with whatever I had to say. So, eventually, I realized that the reason he was like that was that he's deaf.
Huh? Why would you do that?
It just makes me happy to see him smile, and it keeps him from being lonely, right? Anyway, more importantly right now, the fireworks show is right around the corner and the materials still haven't arrived. We need to think of an alternative.
Yoimiya? Is that you?
Oh, you scared me there! I thought I told...
Sorry.
Hold on. I'm coming over. No one's looking. Okay, you can come out now. Come around the side. We're lucky that no one from the Tenryo Commission was around. Otherwise, we'd all be in big...
Sorry, I guess I was a little rash, but when I heard you come back, I just...
Don't worry, Sakujiro. So far, at least, we're going to look for firework materials shortly. While we're out, we'll...
Thank you for all your help.
He's one of our old customers. He came back to Inazuma from the outside world not long ago. While he was smuggling himself in, the Tenryo Commission...
An arrest warrant?
Shh! Keep it down! We don't want to... If Sakujiro is caught, there's no knowing what crimes they could charge him with. All we can do is find him a boat and send him out of Inazuma. Yeah, we know it's going to be dangerous, but there are...
What if the boat capsizes? Drowning is really scary. If things are this bad, couldn't you just not come back in the first place?
Well... But as soon as I got back, I started hearing about all these unbelievable changes. I didn't want to cause any trouble for Yoimiya or Mr. Ryunosuke, but I'm very grateful to them for taking me in.
Hey, no worries. You're more than welcome. Remember what I said? As long as you've got that little piece of paper, you'll...
Little piece of paper?
Yep, the same paper slips as the one I gave to the kids earlier. Whenever a customer orders fireworks for a commemorative, only people from inside my family can understand what's written on it. It's the recipe for the fireworks they ordered. If someone shows a Naganohara that paper slip, we guarantee we can make the exact same firework as the original one they purchased, whether it's 10 or even 100 years later.
Wow, that is so awesome!
It's a family tradition. All our regular customers know about this.
The slip I have is from back when my parents ordered fireworks from Mr. Ryunosuke. Now that I think about it, it must be nearly 20 years ago. I would have thought that things would turn...
It'll be fine. Escaping in a boat is just a last resort for if there's no other way. I'll still try and come up with a different solution, because it'd be much better if you... Whatever their reasons might be, if our customers come to us looking for help, we're not about to leave them.
Thank you. This way, I still have some time to consider my options.
All right. Well, let's not stay out here in the open for too long. Hurry up and get back inside. I'll let you know as soon as I have an update for you.
All right, I'll leave it to you then, I guess.
It's a shame. They still wouldn't give him a permit, even though he was born and raised in Inazuma. Speaking of, you guys only got here recently. How did you manage to get a permit?
Even then, we only got through thanks to some help from Miss Hiragi Chisat.
I see. So you had big shots helping you. I guess that won't be of much help to Sakujiro. I just wish the commissions could be a little... I bet nowhere else you've been is quite like Inazuma, huh? Well, no matter what, I have to... I'm sorry. I invited you to come watch the fireworks, but now, you don't have to join me if you don't want to. I can go sort out the firework materials in the boat by myself, and then you can come meet me back at the house later. Oh, cool! Then let's start with Sakujiro's boat. Oh yeah! If it's fine with you, can I ask how you two first met?
He saved me from drowning this one time, and after that, we started traveling together. Why do you ask?
Nothing. I'm just quite envious of your relationship. If my pops had a person like you around, his being deaf wouldn't hold things up all the time. Why do you look so excited?
As long as Sensei is here.
Because you said person and not floating child or a mascot.
One with nature.
Koichi, I'm here! How is the boat coming along?
Yeah, it's, all right, I guess. Wait, should we really be...
Oh, don't worry, they're my friends. You can trust them. They came with me to check up on the boat.
Yeah, you could say we're all in the same.
Oh, I see. Sorry, I didn't mean to doubt you. I'm just being cautious.
Huh? Why is that?
Because of the Sokoku Decree, the Tenryou Commission is really suspicious of any kind of seaborne vessel. Even the smallest ones, they'll stop and interrogate us.
I understand. I'm sorry.
Don't be silly. I'm actually happy you came to me for help. I've always come to you for fireworks, and again this time. So just consider this my way of saying thank you. Right, I'll go fetch the boat now. I should be back shortly.
Thank you. Oh, if it's on the way, you can always pick up your fireworks from my house. Everything was made in strict accordance with what was on the paper slip. You won't find the slightest thing wrong with...
All right then. The fireworks show will be starting soon, won't it? You should make sure your new friends get to see it. It's an Inazuma tradition after all.
Yep, that's the plan. Oh, you know what? You should tell them about your past. About the first time you ordered fireworks for my family.
That's a long story, actually. Weird. Maybe I'll come back to that after moving the boat here.
Oh, right, yeah.
Okay, well, I'll leave.
Lucky you reminded me. Otherwise, I would have ended up chatting the rest. I've been so busy with the fireworks business these past few days that I haven't had a moment to stop and chat with anyone. It's killing. Of course, Pops is happy to listen to me chatter away, but because he can hardly hear anything, it's difficult to get an interesting reaction from him. And I'm doing it again, aren't I? What I meant to say was, while Koichi is bringing the boat here, I need to make fireworks not just for you guys, but for those kids and Sakajiro as well. We're missing a lot of materials. It'll be fine. It's actually like this every year. There's always a bunch of extra orders to slot in here and there. When people want fireworks, it's always because they have something to commemorate. And if they miss the chance, they might never get another one. So, no matter how busy I am...
So, what you're trying to say is that you enjoy the work?
Oh, I do! I really do! Being born into a family of fireworks makers, I feel like since I was a kid, I've been obsessed with watching things go... But what I really wanted to say was, don't worry about me. It'll all be fine. Sorry. It's just that good conversation can be as fleeting as fireworks sometimes, you know? So, when I'm in the mood, let's head to the city. I think...
Question! Doesn't it hurt your voice talking all the time?
It can get uncomfortable, I guess, but what else would I be using my voice for?
Huh. You kinda have a point.
Welcome to Bonton Saga Detective.
Ah, here we are.
Interesting for the protagonist to discover their
Everything
ability
is
to
going
stop time
smoothly,
here.
just as I planned.
The new book from Yai Publishing House is out. Come take a
Hello, Morihiko. How's business these days?
Yoimiya, there you are. Ha, no need to beat around the bush. You're here for the fireworks materials, I assume.
Huh? Really?
Because a fireworks show is coming up. And that usually means you'll be running all over the place trying to get your hands on some last... I've come to expect it now.
Oh, so sorry for bothering you.
Ah, come on now. You know I didn't mean it like that. What about you two? Are you the ones needing some fireworks made? It's no trouble at all, my... Once when I had an argument with my son, Yoimiya was the one... I'm hopeless at communicating with him. If it wasn't for...
Nah, he was never gonna come to that. He's a sensitive kid and he cares a lot about your feelings. Maybe if you turn that frown upside down once in a while, he might feel more at ease.
Yeah, I guess I'm probably too serious around him. Which is strange, because I don't think I'm anything like that when I'm talking with other people.
Don't worry about it. No one's perfect. If you have any more trouble in the future, just come to me. Even if it's not fireworks related, I'll happily oblige. Customers come first. Always.
All right, then. Everyone's always saying what a good kid you are. Your father must be... Go ahead and take the ore, by the way. It's on the house.
Oh, no you don't. That's out of the question.
Don't worry. Just take it.
Gratitude won't pay your bills, though. Don't do this to me. Can't we...
I already said it's fine. Please, just take it.
Well, how about this then? I'll record this in my notebook, and we can consider it...
There's no convincing... All right, then. If you insist, pass on my regards to your dad. Tell him Morihiko wishes him health and happiness.
Will do. You look after yourself as well. Don't push yourself too hard.
Everyone seems to really like you, yoimiya.
Well, for one thing, if you want to commemorate something, naturally you're gonna But I think more importantly than that, everyone trusts us. If it wasn't for our customers, we wouldn't... Anyway, we've gotten all the materials we need now, so that... Next, we just need to go find someone to...
Come take a look. Surely it'd be more
Everything is going smoothly, just as I planned.
How can I improve my culinary skills?
Hajime! Mr. Aminoma, it's me!
Ah, yoimiya. If I'm not mistaken, you must be here for some...
Seems like everyone knows how busy yoimiya gets leading up to the fireworks.
I'm very sorry. Would you be able to wait for a while?
Don't worry, oh, wait, actually, how about this? Do you need a hand? As long as we can... Oh, you don't mind, do you, Mr. Aminoma? As you know, it's not long now. There's still a lot of fireworks left to make. If I don't finish...
Talkative as ever, I see. Dear child, the essence of Amenoma art is patience and focus. When the mind is disturbed, if you badger Hajime like this, you will
But this is a special circumstance, surely! The Naganohara fireworks show is right...
So give me your ore, and I will process...
Huh? Master?
Is that so surprising?
Thank you for helping out, Miss...
You're quite welcome. The Naganohara fireworks show is an important event. But Yoimiya, you should plan things more carefully in the future.
I'll try my best. In the future, I'll get some...
Though for you, dear child, no matter how much you prepare... Excuse me.
Wow, Mr. Aminoma! Just look at the shape and size of these... It's been a while since I've seen you take up your tools, but it looks like your craft hasn't...
Of course. I have studied these techniques my...
So have Amenoma art and Naganohara fireworks been...
Back in the day, it was my master, and Ryunosuke's father. The people may have changed from one generation... Hajime, in the future...
I know.
All right, I won't bother you guys. Okay, time to head off. Koichi probably isn't back just yet, but let's go wait for him.
Into the wind.
Just as I thought, he isn't back yet. But not to worry, because actually, sorry for dragging you with me everywhere. Everyone's been so good to me, though. It's all
Feels like Paimon has barely spoken a word this whole trip.
felt like I was neglecting you guys. So, I wanted to find an... When we first met, I was in a hurry. We didn't have the chance to sit down and have a proper... You guys are travelers, right? So, where else did you go before coming to Inazuma? I haven't been to Liyue before, but from what I've heard from Miss Beto, it sounds like a but something big happened there recently, right? Didn't there
Yeah, a lot of crazy things. Luckily, everyone worked together to stave off a huge...
Oh, well, that's good to hear. I gotta say, it's pretty remarkable that the citizens managed to step up and keep things going. I mean, I sure can't imagine... My friend once said to me that only people with a strong will and a clear purpose decide to go traveling. Maybe it's to see a certain view or to fulfill a certain wish. So, what made you guys embark on your treacherous journey to Inazuma?
And we're looking for answers from the gods, too.
You were separated from your family because of a god? Oh, that must be really tough. I get it. Well, if that's how it is, then that's how it is. Unlike the outside world, what Inazuma seeks is eternity. In other words, a state of tranquility, where the advantage of that is that if you're ever tired from your journey, Inazuma... let me put it this way. I was just worried that you might be getting weary. If you keep pressing on in that state, you might start to lose sight of the things that made you want to start your...
Sometimes.
When you're exhausted, everything becomes an uphill struggle, even trying to have fun. An adventurer friend of mine once told me that if you're too focused on reaching the end of the race, you'll miss a lot of opportunities and precious moments to be had along the way. Don't worry, though. I'm sure I can think of some way to get you feeling relaxed and happy. And you're here now, so even if you're gonna leave eventually, I want to make sure you at least... Who knows? Once you're reunited with your family, maybe you'll find Inazuma the right kind of place to call home. I already have an idea of the color and type of fireworks I want to give you.
Yoimiya, I'm back. Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head over to the boat. Okay, good. Let's go then. Just act naturally, though.
If it can withstand the storms out on the ocean, it must be super...
Absolutely. Rest assured that the quality is guaranteed.
Terra Smash! The wind knows me.
That's way too small.
Can't be helped, I'm afraid. This is the biggest and sturdiest boat that I can provide. It's built from the finest Inaz. Still, I'll be the first to admit that if he's planning to ride this into...
I'm also hoping Sakajiro won't have to use it. It's just there as a last resort. I gotta say though, Koichi, it feels like your craft is...
I'm not the one you should be praising. To avoid detection, we each worked on our own materials separately. Then this is the largest we could afford to build. Any bigger and there's no way it would pass the Tenryo Commission's inspection.
Let's store the boat here for now then. I'll fill Sakajiro in when I get back. He'll need to make some preparation.
Uh-oh. Paimon feels really worried all of a sudden.
Maybe it does. But I knew what I was getting into from the moment I agreed to help. My family has pretty good connections with the Yashiro Commission. We work very closely with them. And whenever there's a national event of any sort, as long as I'm polite and respectful and don't cause a fuss, they won't look to cause trouble for me either. And anyway, to your point about collaboration, you've been helping out too.
That's true. This was all a collaborative effort. Wait! Oh no!
Ah, so you're seasoned crooks already, eh? Don't know what I was worried about then. Anyway, thanks for everything, Koichi. And your fireworks are ready, so just go pick them up from my house whenever you want. While you're there, you can get my pops to settle the book.
Oh, don't worry about paying anything. Third Sis would be sure to scold me if she found out I'd...
Who's Third Sis?
let me explain this one. It's a story my pops told me. There used to be a thriving merchants guild. At one point, there were a dozen or so kids born around the same time to the families of the guild. They all grew up together, each of them learning. They were a tightly knit group of friends. But eventually, they all grew up and decided that it was inevitable that business would send them all to different corners of the world, and that they'd have far less opportunity to see.
That's right. Just before we went our separate ways, the eldest of the group suggested that we should all go.
They were all very ambitious types, and each had their own knack for doing business. One by one, they left, until after that, he hardly saw them. But whenever one of them did come back to visit, fireworks would always be involved.
Yeah, no matter how close you and your friends are, there's always going to be some distance after being separated for a long time. But as soon as the fireworks lit up the sky, it'd instantly take us right back to our childhood. And to us, those memories are eternal.
Oh, so this is what you meant when you were talking about commemorating things.
Yep, that's exactly right. That's why I can't let people down when they're counting on me for their fireworks. Anyway, I need to go update Sakujiro.
Yeah, I should get out of here too.
Okay, story time! So, whenever Koichi brings one of his friends from the trade association to see me, they always mention how they used to play with me when I was a kid, or held me once as a baby, or something. But there are so many of them in that friendship group, and I don't remember anything from that age anyway, so I never have a clue who they are. One time, he shows up with another one of his friends, and the friend asks me if I remembered him. So I'm like, yes, I do! You held me once when I was just a baby. Koichi just bursts out laughing and says, actually, this is one of his carpenter friends. Turns out he's a lot younger than he looks. Just a few years older than me. I went bright red and must have apologized like 1,000,000 times. I was so embarrassing. The boat is already and waiting. I'll mark the location for you.
After how much effort it took to get back in, it's hard to convince myself to leave again.
Well, they won't look much better if you get caught by the Terry. I'm afraid that sooner or later they are going to find you here. Time is starting to...
I'm sorry. I'll make sure to get out of here before they come. I promise,
I didn't mean it like that. If we ever ran into any problems, I'm sure I'd But if the Tenryo Commission does catch up to you, then make a run for the boat.
Okay, I won't let them catch me, but...
Why did you want to come back to Inazuma anyway?
I didn't used to like this place at all. That's why I left. But once I started to realize that, I got restless. I couldn't stop thinking about the people and the things I'd left, so I... forget it. What does it matter now? It's too late anyway.
What a pity.
Talk to us about it!
If only there was no Sakoku decree, huh? Anyway, don't worry. We're not going to bother you about it. We'll keep trying to buy you as much time as possible, and the Tenryo Commission. If only they weren't so overzealous, there might be a way. Oh, that's right! That elderly couple, old customers of ours, their son's in the Tenryo Commission, isn't he? Yeah, that's it. I'll go talk to them. Maybe...
are you...
Oh, don't worry about that. They're really nice people. All right. You should get back indoors, Sakujiro. Okay, let's go. Time waits for no one. Wait, hang on. What about the fireworks? All those material... Pops! Pops! No, never mind. I know. I'll write him a note. Because what he needs isn't an answer, just time.
Well, if it isn't yoimiya, are these two your friends?
Yes, they're travelers from afar. Outsiders have a very...
Indeed, these are unprecedented times. But seeing as...
Oh, before I forget, I brought the fireworks that you ordered.
Oh, thank you, dear. Your family is so good to us. I wonder if I'll still be around to see the next heir of Naganohara.
Of course you will. You're both in great health. Don't say...
We aren't as young as we once were. It used to be that I could spend all day working the land, carrying water back and I wanted to do some weeding yesterday, but as soon as I bent down to get started, I suddenly felt that if I went any further...
No worries. Say no more. We'll handle it.
No, no, no. We can't be putting you to... I'll just go fetch the tea and some snacks, and then
It's fine. It's not like it's the first time I've helped you with chores. I just haven't had much time recently with the fireworks show coming up. But once...
It's no trouble, really. We don't mind.
Oh, you're such good kids. As for mine, if you're quite sure it's no trouble, then I have some
Sure, it won't take a... The old folks aren't very mobile, so come on, let's help them out. We'll get rid of the weeds for...
One with Nick.
Yeah, you got it! And that should just about do it. Satoru is on the other side of the village. Let's go see him now. Hey, Satoru! How have you been?
Yeah, same as usual. Not much has changed.
All thanks to the support of our loyal customers. We sold some fireworks to Liyue a while back, and word is they were a real hit.
That must mean a lot more work for you, though. Are you sure? If it gets too much, don't forget, you can always ask me.
We should be fine. I think we can cope. Oh, yeah. This is some pickle...
Oh, wow, thank you so much. But then I tried some of Mrs. Imatani's homemade stuff, and I couldn't get enough of it. It's a fact.
Speaking of your family, how's everyone?
They're doing well. We have the occasional heated argument, but being close to family is better than never getting to see them. Now, Mr. and Mrs. Imatani seem to have a great relationship.
Huh, they didn't seem that way to me. I think they're just used to it. You make a good point, though. I should drop by more often in the future.
Oh, I'm sure they'd love that. As would all of us in Konda Village.
Thank you! Now that we finished all the chores, it's time to talk to the Imatanis about Sakujiro.
The wind knows me.
That was quick.
Younger Younger people have bundles of energy, and older people have a wealth of wisdom. Each have their...
Speaking of youth, do you know what?
Oh, so it has. Goodness, how the time flies.
50 years since what?
Well, if you must know, it was 50 years ago back at...
Oh, stop trying to impress them. We both know you were the one who was hopelessly...
Well, maybe you're right. 50 years ago, I proposed to my wife at the Naganahara fireworks show. We've been together ever since. To tell the truth, I was still a little uncertain. I wasn't sure what I was doing when even as it was rising up into the sky, But then it exploded, the sky lit up. I looked back at her and saw her. Before I knew what was happening, apparently, I'd already said it. And, well, she'd said yes.
50 years. In some ways, it's a long time. In others, it's no time at all. But 50 years of being together? Now that is something worth commemorating.
I had no idea it was your 50th anniversary. If I'd known, I would have made some extra fancy fireworks just for you.
Oh, no, it's quite all right. We always set off the... Seeing that firework go off takes us right back to those days. Even at this age.
Ah, what a great...
Enough about us, though. Yoimiya, aren't you busy with the fireworks show coming up?
Yeah,
Sakuji...
Huh?
He was our boy's best friend. They were inseparable. They grew up but one day.
Sakujiro seemed to feel that Inazuma was too peaceful, but our Keisuke took after his father and mother. He felt... You know what children are like. They get terribly worked up.
I see.
Keisuke said nothing to me or my wife about the fight. We could sense that he was very hurt by it, but eventually, whether out of pent-up anger or...
If it was anything else, I could talk to Keisuke, and I'm sure he'd... But since it's Sakujiro, I don't feel there's any way...
What a strange coincidence!
I understand now. When I asked Sakujiro why he came back, he just said because of past mistakes and wasn't... Now I finally understand why he can't decide what to...
Two best buddies in childhood. One grows up to join the Tenryou Commission, the other grows up to join the Tenryou Commission's most wanted list.
Well, no worries. If that's the case, then never mind. We can find some other way to help Sakujiro. There's no need to make things difficult for you.
Yes.
I think after all these years...
Well, can't say we didn't try. I'll let Sakujiro know after we get back.
Yoimiya, something bad's happened. Some people from the Tenryou Commission came.
Huh? Why? Pops, are you alright?
I told them the show was starting soon and the place was filled with fireworks, so they shouldn't go in because it's a fire. But they didn't listen. It seemed like, luckily, Sakujiro heard them coming in time and managed to escape.
Oh, this is bad news. I don't think Sakujiro had... Pops, did you see where he... Oh, the Tenryou Commission will definitely be chasing after... Good point. Names. Reading names. Suddenly showing up like this. Surely it must be Keisuke. The Commission wouldn't normally cause this big of a fuss over a stove.
Sorry, my ears are no good. And I didn't get a good look at them either. If you're one, I wish I'd caught their names.
As it happens, I was getting some ore from my friend's place and happened to bump into them on the way over. I think their leader's name was Keisuke, just like you said.
Just as I thought. Thanks. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, those two running into each other won't solve anything. And even worse, we can't let that happen. Come with me. It's Mochizaka and his friends! Let's ask them!
Hi, Yoimiya! Are the weapons to scare away the great Mujina yokai?
Mr. Ryunosuke is making them right now.
Aren't you gonna...
I'm sorry. I have something important to do right now, but I'll bring you guys some candy next time. The extra sweet candy.
Yay! We're...
Also, I wanted to ask you guys something. Did you see a bunch of...
Yep, we did. It looked...
Are they trying to catch a monster too?
No, don't worry. It's all just be good kids and stay out of trouble, all right? Stay in the city for now, and I'll come play with you after the fireworks start.
We will. We'll be on our best behavior.
It looks like this is the right way. Let's keep going. If Sakujiro still hasn't made up his mind, I guess I'll have to step in. Look! There are people from the Tenryu Commission over there! It must be them!
Sorry, official business. I can't let you pass.
Sakujiro and Keisuke are up ahead, right?
Didn't you hear me? You're...
Ugh, what a nuisance!
How dare you impede the work of the Tenryo Commission? You will be punished for your acts. There is nowhere you can escape justice. Not even at the edges of...
Look at that! The one with the loudest mouth had the We can't waste any more time on these guys. Let's push on. They should be just ahead.
Your skills with the sword have stagnated, Sakujiro. You should have known that you stood no chance against me in a duel.
I never imagined I'd fall into your hands. If this is to be my fate, I accept it. I have nothing else to say.
But your return says that you finally came around to my point of view.
Whatever you say.
You will return with me to the Tenryo Commission to await your sentencing. The one who made this boat will also be punished.
Wait! It doesn't have to end like this! Don't you have anything else to say to one another?
Hey, I know you. You're Naganohara's girl, who makes the fireworks. I know you like to get involved in other people's business, but stay out of this. It does not concern you.
It's okay, Yoimiya. The past is the past.
Then why did you risk life and limb to get yourself back into Inazuma? And why were you so reluctant to leave after you got here? I'll tell you why. This is why. This is the chance you've been waiting for, to talk everything through.
I have nothing to say to him. He's a criminal. I work for the Tenryo Commission. There was never, out of respect for the friendship we once had, I gave him a chance to fight for his freedom. But his skills with the sword are as disappointing now as they ever were.
What are you talking about? You left all your subordinates back there to guard the road, making sure no one else followed you here. Seems I can see it in your faces. You both have so much to say.
Don't flatter yourself.
Yoimiya, leave it. It was just my wishful...
No, I won't leave it. I will not stand by and... Keisuke, you seem to like settling things with a duel. So, if I win, then you need to say everything that's in your heart. And the same goes for you, Sakujiro. If I win, you will tell Keisuke. If you don't say anything now...
And if you lose?
Then I'll admit to collaborating with Sakujiro and accept the 10...
Yoimiya.
I accept. Let's settle this with...
Sir!
Stand down. What? I thought I told you to stay away. Now, yes, sir. Sorry. Young lady, you are just as obstinate as Sakujiro was back then. Why were you so convinced that we had things to say to each other? Because Sakujiro may not have told me about you and that, but he did order things. Your parents told me about what happened between you when you were younger. When I heard the story, I realized that the pirate... The pirates if you're lonely. The reason I came back is that it wasn't that I changed my mind. I just felt that what I'd done in the past was to try to... I saw the freedom of Mondstadt, the contracts of Liyue, the wisdom of Sumeru, and the justice of Fontaine. It all left a deep impression on me. I was glad that I'd left Inazuma, but then I happened to hear about the Sakoku. I was an escapee, and I was proud of that. What I should have tried to do is take the good things from the outside world and bring... So that's why you came back? Out of your naive hope of... No, I let go of all those delusions of grandeur. I just felt that I never should have run away like that. After all, you never ran away. Huh? I don't know about you, but life hasn't been easy for me. But I just had to come back and visit. It was like fate was calling me, and I couldn't ignore it any longer. Life isn't easy for anyone. I truly worship the Raiden Shogun. Her ideas were my personal creed, and I desired nothing more than to see her will done. But now, my role is to punish violators of the Sakoku decree and confiscate people's faith. I do wonder, am I really doing the right thing? The boat is yours. Uh-huh. I couldn't make you stay in Inazuma, but that doesn't mean I want to keep you here by force. What will you say to... Don't worry about that. I'll handle it. If you want to come back, I hear the process of returning to Inazuma from the outside world. I will lend you my help, but until then, you'll have to wait. And don't kick the bucket on the way out. Don't worry, Keisuke. Any chance we can watch the fireworks together? Maybe next time. I'll be demoted for sure. It's not like me to give in to childish sentiment like this. It's the one that Sakujiro planned on using for his escape. I asked Yoshitaka and the others to be transported here. Citing the temporary contraband stop, forcing Sakujiro to the spot was also something I had planned all along. It's just like you said, Yoimiya. Even though I hadn't fully made up my mind, my actions betrayed my intent. I understand now. Thank you. I didn't know you were quite so perceptive. I had heard there was a new Naganohara running things these days. A little loud and reckless, maybe, but... By the way, Naganohara fireworks can reproduce the firework that the two of... Sorry, you can't do it. Never mind then. Thank you very much.
Huh? Oh, it's... Keisuke.
So, Yoimiya, these fireworks, what do they mean to you? Yoimiya?
Shh.
Huh? Oh.
That was amazing. It was so beautiful. I didn't actually cry though, right? I just feel a bit misty-eyed. Oh, remember that big one that went up first? The gold one? That's the one I had Pops make for you.
Oh, Paimon saw it! It was one of the best ones! They won't forget that anytime!
That's what I wanted to hear. No matter where your journey takes you, and no matter what hardships might lie ahead, I hope you'll always be able to look back fondly on the fireworks you saw tonight. I believe that as time goes by, this firework will only grow brighter and more beautiful in your... Oh, and also, you're technically my customers now. Here, this is your paper slip. If you ever want to see that golden fire...
You know, Yoimiya, you seemed to turn into a completely different person during the fireworks. You were so quiet, and it was...
Oh, I can hear you. I just have a habit of being silent while I'm watching fireworks. Quietly watching something you made with your own hands rise into the sky feels like a sacred... You asked me what fireworks mean to me, right?
Yep. Well, for Koichi, who built the boat for us, and his friend, Third Sis, for Keisuke's parents, they commemorate. And for Keisuke and Sakujiro, oh yeah, right, beliefs!
As for me, to be honest, even though I've thought about it countless times...
Seriously? Huh.
Well, no one's ever asked me this before, so I've never really... It was by chance that I happened to be born into the Naganohara family, so it was by chance that... It's also by chance that I've met so many people, learned so many things, and discovered fireworks that disappear in a flash of light are probably the furthest thing away from the eternity that our shogun desired. But people's feelings don't just disappear. And it's those feelings that give fireworks their purpose. Also, consider this. You have to have the Naganoharas because so many people are emotionally invested in the existence. If we didn't exist, their wishes would go unfulfilled, wouldn't they? You know, I don't really think about complicated things like this very often. But I'm proud that I was born into the Naganohara family and have the chance to make so many pretty fireworks.
Inazuma's not such a bad place. Paimon's having a pretty good time. But we should probably go and see about the next operation that Toma and Ayaka were talking about, right? As usual, it's the first stop, Komori Tea House. Are you ready to head over?